Hello, this is Mr. Evilcheese.
And I'm a Vambakat.
And this is our review of the Mezco 1/12 Collective Silent Screamers Nosferatu 1922. Boom.
It's a lunchbox.
And this is one that some people talk about grails. I don't know if I'd really call this a grail because it's not that old of a figure. But it's one that, I think when it came out, I'm like, oh, I want that. I'll probably get that. And then it was sold out. And then it never went back in stock. I'm like, what? I didn't know it was never going to sell out and be gone. That's not what I'm used to with figures. Unless it's like some ridiculous exclusive or something. But I just thought it was a regular release and it just disappeared. And I went on the wait list. The wait list never did anything. And then they just released earlier this year a different version, like the version with the red on it and different head sculpts and stuff. It was supposed to go online at like 12 o'clock or something. It wasn't working. I had to work in the morning, so I waited like half hour or something. It's like, I gotta go to bed. Got up the next morning, it was sold out. Couldn't get that one either. But then I finally saw a pretty decent deal on eBay, and I got it. It was more than what it originally cost, which sucks, but I really wanted this one.
Yeah, I did too.
So, now I finally got it. Or we finally got it. So. And I think he sent everything that comes with it. Comes with a shirt. This is an extra large, which is, I wear a double X, but I already ordered a double X. Just the shirt by itself on eBay, because I wasn't sure we were ever going to get this set. And then it also comes with a condom. It's already been opened. Comes with this thing. Not sure what this is. I thought it was a book at first, but I think it might just be a backdrop or something. But we'll look at that in a minute.
Are you struggling, sir?
It comes with this
Coaster?
Yeah,
That's what it looks like.
I'm guessing it's a sticker of Mezco's little roach guy. Well, I think that's everything. I don't know if there's supposed to be something else that we were supposed to get, but that's fine. I mainly just wanted what's in that box. So here's the lunchbox. This is a big lunchbox, bigger than the ones I used to have as a kid. But it's made of metal, and it's really cool. Like, if even if this was just sold by itself and they never made a figure, I'd be like, I want that lunchbox. That's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
He looks awesome on the side, upside down over there. Cool picture up front. 20 years. Oh, 20 years of Mezco. I'm like, 20 years is 100 years, you crazy people.
I think Nosferatu is a little older than that.
Yeah, 1922. This is 100-year anniversary of this movie.
Ages 18 and up. No children are allowed to play with this ever.
And I was hoping that they would re-release him for this year because of it being a 100-year anniversary. And it was just that red version, and that was it. I thought there would be a bigger deal about releasing figures of him. Well, 2022 is still not over. Maybe they'll release something else. But let's open it up.
I think you should be careful with that handle. It looks like this is loose here.
So there he is in there. And there's 2 layers, at least 2 layers. Actually, I think there might be 2.5 layers. Take that out, and then you got his coffin, which is the 2nd layer. And then there's the 3rd layer with the coffin lid, the base, and the little baggie it goes into. So, we'll get him out of there. Okay, so there he is with all of his stuff.
He's so cool.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
I kept getting jealous of seeing people post pictures online of him doing various things with other figures. And I'm like, oh, he's just so cool.
Yeah, we both talked before about how we really wanted him, and I didn't even know we were getting him until he showed up.
Yeah.
Well, I kept asking what was in the big box, so he wouldn't tell me.
Well, I kept checking. I checked on eBay all the time just to see if there was a good deal. And a couple times you could buy him loose. I thought about maybe just getting like his body and a head and some hands and getting them cheap that way, but then I never did because I was like, I just wanted most of the stuff. And then I finally seen a fairly decent deal, and I bid on it, not thinking I'd win, and I did. So now we finally got him. And like I was saying, it's almost like a Grail piece just because I've been wanting it for the last couple of years. But people have been using Grail piece too loosely, I think.
Yeah, they've been using it too nonchalantly.
Yeah, I wouldn't really think this is a Grail piece because it's just... I could get it if I just want to pay a lot, and it hasn't been that long. Grail piece to me is something that you can't get it. It's really, really hard. It's very rare. You can't find a thing. That's what I think of a Grail piece as. It's something you've really been trying to get and you just can't get it. But
how about if it doesn't exist yet? Does that make it a Grail piece? Because I have one of those.
Well, I mean, the phrase can mean different things to different people. But I've seen someone say say, a new Silver Surfer figure comes out for Marvel Legends. They're like, this is my Grail piece. I'm going to get that. I just ordered it. It's like, what do you mean that's your Grail piece? It just came out. You just ordered it. How's that your Grail piece? What are you talking about?
It's like saying that getting a McDouble at McDonald's is your Grail piece.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna drive to McDonald's and get my Grail piece burger.
Yeah. Well, whatever. So yeah, he comes with himself. And he comes with a coffin filled with dirt and a bunch of rats. Coffin lid. He's got his base and arm. He's another figure where the arm's kind of pointless for him. But, well, I mean, I guess I can make him just stand, but it's not like I'm going to have him jump through the air or anything. But it comes with a lantern. Comes with a key ring with keys all over it. Comes with 4 alternate hands. And then 2 alternate heads. A hat. And 6 mice. And he also has the little bag that all of them comes with. I was just picking on you for calling them mice a minute ago. Now I call them mice.
I know. That's why I had to point it out.
Yeah, they're rats.
That lantern's a really nice touch. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like the way they did the mosaic on the glass.
And I never liked this hat look when he puts the hat on. So this definitely will not be displayed with his hat on. But
yeah, I pulled it out of the box and I was like, what is this? Oh, it's his hat.
Yeah.
Like, who cares?
There he is. And I love them head sculpts. They're so good. You can see the little veins. I mean, the quality of the heads on these Mezco figures, it's almost like a Hot Toys quality, just smaller. It's just really good. I love the way his eyes are so glossy, too. Beady black eyes.
All those little wrinkles and veins, it's just ridiculous on something that size. It's so cool.
Yeah. I do want to mention that they didn't make him accurate to the movie, which I'm fine with.
They made him cooler.
Yeah, he's cooler than what he looks like in the movie. Because in the movie, he's got these big bushy eyebrows, and he looks a little more human in the movie. He still isn't... You can still tell he's not completely human in the movie, but this is like...
He looks a little more like the creepy old man from Family Guy.
Yeah. This guy, you're not going to mistake this guy for a normal human. This guy's messed up.
I really love his hands, too.
Yeah,
his fingernails, they're cool.
And just the way they got his hands posed is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Real creepy. That's one of the most memorable things about that movie is just his, like the silhouette of his fingers when he's walking up the steps is just creepy looking.
It's almost like his hands are like spiders.
Yeah, that's just a good description of him. Freaky. And these, the clothes are really nice. Like the material isn't too bulky. Real nice thin material, especially like on his leggings. And then material on this is pretty nice. Feels about as thick as it should. And all these little things look really good. I don't know what you call those.
I mean, buttons, but they're different kind of buttons, but I think they're still buttons.
He's got a scarf or a shirt or something under there.
Well, it looks like a scarf.
Then you can see his shoes. And then you're mentioning the weathering down here is kind of... That's kind of one thing that just...
This only detrimental thing I have to say is that the weathering ends rather abruptly.
Yeah,
it's not faded in nice.
It almost looks like he was standing in water And the line just perfectly.
Waterline.
Yeah.
It's different on the sleeves are blended a little bit better.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's a very minor gripe because everything else looks excellent.
Yeah. Pretty impressive.
And the tailoring on them little tiny clothes. So good.
I love the sharp teeth. Even they're so small and they're still sharp.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the inside of his mouth is white, which maybe it's supposed to be. I don't know. But I think this is my favorite of the heads. But I do like this one too. Just with his mouth closed and his buck teeth sticking out. Whatever you would call those little rat pointy teeth.
I like all three of them, but I would definitely say the one that's on is my favorite.
Yeah. And this one, I think I don't like it as much because you can't see his teeth very well. But I do like it too.
He looks like he's making a snarky face at somebody.
Yeah.
Like, what'd you say to me?
There's all three. But yeah, I guess switch one of them. Oh, I love how Mezco's stuff pops off so easily.
And when you put it back on, it stays.
Yep. Very rare for that. It's either they're hard to get on and off, or they come off too easily. But this one, Mezco gets them perfect. Usually. Yeah, I like that one too. Just more of a casual look, I guess.
We really need like a shadow box type thing where we can put all of our 112 figures.
Yeah.
They're some of my favorites.
Mm-hmm. And there's that head too. And that is a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That reminds me of like he's out in the street and someone says, "There's that dickhead Nosferatu guy over there," and he's just staring at you like, "You ain't talking about me over there?" Giving you the evil eye.
That's kind of what I said too. I said, "What'd you say about me?"
But yeah, the hands. Oh.
Nope.
Well,
you lied.
Yep. Well, they are good when they're on there. It's just they can come off easily if you want to take them off.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I love those hands. But I'm gonna try out some of the other hands because they look pretty good too. Well, this one looks like it's maybe a holding hand or something.
Probably for the lantern.
Or the keys, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lantern. It's got that.
Whoa. You broke it.
No, just the hook.
You fixed it.
Hey, what do you call that? Stained glass, I guess.
Yeah, sort of. I guess that's what you'd call it.
That looks really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I get the keys.
I don't know what it is about little tiny keys for figures, but I just love them. I don't know why. They make me so happy.
That's cool. I like that he has them. Or something. And there's this alternate hand, which could be sort of a relaxed hand or just a creepy hand, whatever you want to do with it. Could be holding a rat. Rat's like, no.
Yeah, my other Nosferatu figure came specifically with a rat that was like bent to fit, like it was hanging in his hand.
Yeah. And there's that hand.
Looks like he's gonna tap on you.
Yeah.
I'll tap you with my weird, dirty fingernails.
Well, that reminds me. We opened this up and saw what was in there. I was thinking it was just a backdrop at first that didn't do anything, but then you open it up and you get this little thing, which looks almost like a frame from a movie. I think that might just be a picture of the figure because it looks like there's a joint there. It looks like they made the shadow. There you got his hand.
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of like translucent, but that's really cool. It almost looks like that's a mouth.
Yeah, it does.
But I like that.
Mm-hmm. It's cool that it comes with that.
I suppose you still could use that for a backdrop. I mean, it looks decent. So here's his little hat. Goes in there pretty good.
I hate the hat.
Yeah. just seems like this guy would be like, why? I'm not putting a head on, whatever. And here's all the rats. And we're looking at them, and they are all different sculpts. There's a couple there I've looked closely, but they are different. Like these couple here, these three here are in similar poses, but they are different sculpts. You can see that one's like laying on his feet. Can't really see them. And these ones are farther apart than those legs.
But they have their heads at different angles.
Yeah.
A little bit.
That one's, yeah, you can tell those ones are all different. That's cool. For as tiny as they are, they look pretty good. And here's the coffin. Looks like really old, beat up wood. About falling apart. And then the lid comes off. The back side's even finished. The boards all over it. And inside you can see his native soil, which is, he needs that to sleep in at night. If he doesn't have his native soil, then he'll die or something. But
that's a weird rule.
yeah, it is. But it's even in like the Dracula.
I have to have dirt from my homeland to sleep in.
Yeah. But there's a bunch of rats in there too. They're all stuck in place, but they look really good.
It would suck if we had to take Pennsylvania dirt with us everywhere.
Yep. Even like the insides of this are done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really like the detail in there. And all the little ratties.
He fits in there pretty good.
You bigaboos.
What if the sun shines into that little hole? You're gonna die.
He just has to curl up in a ball so he's down too far.
Mm-hmm. And here's the base, which is from Nosferatu 1922 Silent Screamers. There's the little removable foot peg that you can remove and put this super action articulated arm if you want them flying through the air like a karate ninja.
I mean, I really don't see the need for that, but it is nice that they included it.
I suppose you can have, like, maybe if you want to pretend that he can float. Like, sometimes they make vampires look like they can float and fly. So, he don't do that in the movie, but I guess if you wanted to make him do that, float real creepy with his hands all doing spidery things. So here's a look at the shirt. This is actually the one that I already ordered by itself. Man, that is just such a cool picture. It's one of my favorite shirts. And here is the opened condom from earlier. But this is what's in it. One of them little roach guys. Little Gomez. It's actually articulated. That's cool. So there's Mezco's older Nosferatu figure. This one's also called Silent Screamers. And you can see it's still sort of stylized in the same way.
He's even more stylized.
Yeah.
Weird shaped feet and stuff.
They both got them big black beady eyes like a rat.
Mm-hmm.
Which he's not like that in the movie. Neither of them have the bushy eyebrows like he does in the movie.
Yeah, I've always really liked the older figures, actually, one of mine. But this new one is so much better.
Yeah. But I do like the base on this old one. Got tons and tons of rats everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You know, little red eyes. It's really cool.
He's got lots of spare rats, too.
Yep.
A whole pile of them. Oh, this is the one I was talking about that, it's like a little floppy one that he's supposed to hold in his hand like he's eating it.
Yeah. But I was saying off camera, I wish Mezco will make a 1/6 scale of this. Because someone, I think there's been 1/6 scales of that in Nosferatu, but it was meant to look more like the movie. But I want one that looks like this, like these guys, as a 6 scale. That would be awesome. I did just see that Caustic Plastic just revealed their new 6 scale Nosferatu figure based on the movie. It looks very accurate to the movie. It looks very awesome. So even though it's not this stylized version like this Mezco one, it's still really good, and I kind of want it. And there's a look at their heads. See the one on the right's head's much more elongated, and he's got a bigger hunchback. He's almost got no neck. But they are very similar in how they stylized him.
Mm-hmm.
This one's got more of a darker color jacket. Well, I think they had multiple versions of him, different colors. I think he may have had a brown coat version.
I forget, but I think I got him at like a random place.
I think it was a comic store at Fairmont. Wasn't that where
Maybe.
you got it?
I couldn't remember if it was there or if it was at the exchange.
Oh, I'm not sure. He's got a bit of a gut.
And one thing I always didn't really like about him, though, is that he has his legs stuck in that weird position, and it's really hard to get him to stand and not look like he's fallen over.
If you turn his leg in any other way, it looks like he's doing some kind of awkward dance or something.
Mm-hmm.
Where he's like stumbling and like trying not to fall over. Like, oh man.
It's a really bad ballerina.
Yeah. But it's still a really cool figure.
Mm-hmm.
He looks pretty cool on there, although the rats are even bigger now. But rats can get that big, so.
I've seen some big ass rats.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you wanted to give him that stand, I wouldn't mind.
No.
Not like I couldn't still go back to the old guy, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I wanted to use it for him. That would be cool.
So there's Nosferatu next to the Mezco 112 collective Jason and Michael Myers. And it's been a while since we had these guys out to compare them to anybody. We haven't got too many more horror figures from Mezco. I do have Leatherface on pre-order, but that's been on pre-order forever. I never did get Freddy because I really wanted them to make another version where he has striped sleeves, because they made part 1 Freddy that doesn't have the striped sleeves, so I'm picky. But they also made Pennywise too, but I just didn't want it. I had so many NECA Pennywises that I'm like, I don't need another Pennywise.
I think other than these guys, the only other horror hotels we have are the zombies from Dawn of the Dead, right?
Oh yeah, I forgot about the zombies. I'll show them too. I was thinking we didn't have any other horrors. So we got some superheroes.
Yeah, I think we always kind of forget about them when we're doing comparisons, because they're different. They're not really characters.
Yeah.
They're more like props.
So there's the 2 Dawn of the Dead zombies. I was wanting to say Night of the Living Dead. I'm like, it's not night, it's dawn. But yeah, they're pretty cool next to him.
Flyboy and Flannel Man.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. I wish they'd make some more horrors.
I don't know, they've done such a... I mean, their figures are always just so good. I love them. I think I like these, like... Most of the regular little figures, I mean, they're cool, but they're not, like, fantastic. But I like these as much as the 6 scales.
Yeah. I almost canceled Leatherface, but then I was looking through the pictures again, and I'm like, nope. Because you have 3 different costumes in one when you get him.
Mm-hmm.
So, I really put that one. And there's Mezco's Nosferatu next to the NECA Toonie Terrors Nosferatu. And I wish NECA would make some other Nosferatu figures, but I don't know if they will. Let's do articulation real quick. His head moves around really good. And at the shoulders, let's be careful with this material. I keep shifting it, I don't want to rip it. But yeah, you can get his arm all the way up, you just gotta shift the material around as you do it. And out. Goes about that far, about 90 degrees at the elbow. Spins. Then the wrist. It's got the hinge and it can spin. And the torso. Make him look all crooked. And then the hips. Woo! And kick. Double joint at the knee.
It's just funny picturing him doing ninja moves.
Mm-hmm. At the ankle. So yeah, his articulation's pretty good. There he is, flying through the air, slicing somebody's head or something. I don't know what he's doing.
It looks more like he's falling.
Well, it could be. There he is. If he could fly and float around. He's floating up in the air. Okay. So, I am completely happy with this guy. I wanted him really bad, and he did not disappoint. He was really amazing, even in person.
I'm very pleased with him. He's very cool.
All 3 head sculpts are really cool. Just got them, just the way they made his eyes all black and beady, and his creepy teeth, the wrinkles, the veins, it all looks really nice. And his clothes all look real good. And his articulation is good. Get him some creepy poses. And all of his alternate hands with the creepy poses of his fingers look awesome. And his coffin's cool.
And his rats.
Yep.
And his keys. And even the lantern's really neat.
But not this stupid hat!
No.
But if the hat was in the movie though, so.
Don't care.
And all the extra stuff you get too, but like the shirt and everything, all that stuff. The figure and his accessories is mainly what I wanted. But yeah, I really love this guy. He's one of my favorite figures now.
Yeah, he's pretty awesome.
Yep, I'm really impressed with this guy. Mezco does an excellent job. I do wish he would have been easier to get when he came out. I'm glad I got one now. I don't know if they'll do another version someday. Maybe they will. But, like I said, I want a 6 scale. I hope they do a 6 scale.
Yeah, it would be really cool to have a bigger one.
Yep. But, yep, I like him a lot.
Just imagine how much more detail he could have.
Yeah, that's true. Well, that's Mr. Evilcheese.
And I'm with the bucket.
Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
You. I know who you are. And I just want to let you know that I'm having a monster party. And I wanted to let you know that you cannot come to my monster party. Do you know why? Because you're just a cheap rip-off of me. That's right, me, Count Dracula. You're just Count Orlok or Nosferatu. You're like a generic version of me. The dollar store version. That's what you are. So you can't come to my monster party. Do you hear that, Mr. Baldy? Mr. Bald as a baby's bottom, head with no hair, oh, so smooth.
What are you talking about? My movie came out years before yours.
Oh, I know. But I am Count Dracula, just like in the book Count Dracula. But you're Count Orlok, just a rip-off made-up name that's not even from the book. Just who in the hell do you think you are? I'm like a transformer, and you're a GoBot. That's what's going on here. You're just a cheap imitation. That's all you are. Your movies were all ordered to be destroyed because of your shenanigans. Lucky for you, you survived somehow, but maybe you shouldn't have.
Oh, I've got quite the following now. There's nothing you can do to get rid of me. I've lasted for 100 years.
Oh, maybe so, but what are those? What are these shoes you have on? Like, what? Is this a purse? Did you steal two women's purses and stick your feet in them? What is that? What? Are you wearing spandex? What is this? What? Are you a ballerina? Were you playing Robin Hood in a play? What kind of fashion sense have you got? None. Look at me. I'm dressed up like James Bond in a cape. Super James Bond is who I am. And who are you? Beady-eyed old man in the gutter? Is that who you are? Well, I'm gonna go have fun at the monster party, which you can't come to. Yeah.
You look like a rich snob with a stick up your butt. Or should I say steak up your butt? I'm gonna shove a steak right up your butt.